Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Trending Up. It's been a minute. It's been a lot longer than a minute. It's been how many minutes is it? It's been a couple months
It's
actually.
been
So
it's been a lot. It's been a long time, but it's good to
yeah,
be back.
yeah, definitely good to be back for sure, for sure. So we're excited to be back. We're excited to come back with this episode. Just talking a little bit of where we are and where we're going, and just excited to be back. Right. So welcome back to Trending Up. For those that are tuning in. I'm Sebastian, and this is Edgar De Leon, and we're just gonna jump into it. Edgar, what's going on, man? What do you want to bring to attention? Anything that's been going on that you're like, hey, I need to talk about this. Obviously, we took a little hiatus, a little break because obviously we were both busy, but you had a actually in your absence, you had a baby, and then I got a puppy. So, but you go ahead, man. Whatever you want to talk about.
No, no. So in the last few months, it's been pretty crazy in my household. My wife and I welcomed our second son into this world. His name is Lucas. He's a chubby little boy, and he's healthy. So it's been incredibly tiring, especially for my wife to
Mercy, yeah.
be to have a baby. He's gonna be 8 weeks this coming Sunday, and the
Mm-hmm.
crazy thing is it's extremely tiring to have a baby in regular circumstances. Now during COVID, that's something else. So long story
Ooh,
short, you just kind of roll with the punches. Life
right,
has been
right,
good.
right.
We've been getting through this time, and it's good to connect with everybody for all our trenders online. And go Lakers, by the way. Lakers have a game today.
Let's
So we're
go.
excited about that. You always have to put the Lakers in somewhere.
Yeah,
But
yeah, man.
that's a little bit about me. How about you, Sebastian?
Man, so yeah, like you were saying, right? We been a little break, a much needed break. It's been good. And so in the midst of the break, just like you had a baby, I got a puppy. I was gonna say
Not the
a
same, but all
dog.
right, go.
Not the same. I mean, pretty close, right? I mean, it's you gotta potty train and feed and right? I don't know, right?
Yeah.
Right? Uh, but
Anyways,
yeah,
anyways.
so
So
yeah.
what
Anyways,
kind of dog did you get? What's the dog's name?
I'm
Like,
trying to
what's
see if
going
I
on?
have a yeah. So I got a she's an Australian Shepherd, and, and her name is Zyla, Zyla,
Hyla.
and so Zyla, yeah. And so let's see if we can change it up. There we go. We got the Lakers in the back. So and her name is Zyla. And she is now 3 months old, and so she's really smart, really smart. No offense to Zoe, who is a corgi beagle, she's pretty smart too. But Zyla is very smart; she learns really quickly, and yeah, it's been a fun time. You know, just we've been home. I've been home with her and Zoe, and Chantal's been at work and stuff. I've been working from home, so we spent a lot of time together. So it's been good. So that's kind of been the biggest thing, right? And obviously going through COVID, I think we've all been trying to manage that and what that looks like, getting better at things online, right? Becoming everyone's kind of becoming their own vlogger and stuff. So that's kind of where I'm at, yeah, man. So Edgar, what have you learned, Brand, during this time? I know we took a break and we haven't really had conversations. I
Y-
guess
y-
podcasty conversations.
yeah, podcast. During this time, I've really learned about endurance.
Ooh.
I know that when you have a toddler, a 2 year old, and then you have a
Hmm.
newborn, and
Hmm.
your wife is recovering from having a baby, and all these things. When all these things collide, uh, it's easy to just get tired out. And endurance has been something that's been on my mind, is to push forward even when it's hard.
Right.
Even today, like my son's favorite word is no now. And I thought it was cute in the beginning, but now
Yeah.
it's not so cute. So during that time, so how do you like push ahead when life is tough? And
Hmm.
some of you listeners may be going through financial problems, marital problems, relational problems.
Mm,
And
mm,
it's very easy to just get caught up in the negativity aspect
yeah.
of your challenges, but just push forward and move forward, and this too shall pass. So what I've learned is to have endurance, and I'm not a good runner, nor am I a good sprinter or long distance runner, but I'm learning to like
Right.
try to keep
Just
a pace, and some
right.
pace is better than no pace.
Right. Right.
Uh,
Right.
yeah. How about you?
Bro, I like that, man. Yeah, it's good. Endurance, perseverance. I think I've learned, man, what have I what have I learned? I've learned that I guess the first thing is like it's okay to, I guess the cliche is it's okay to not be okay, right?
Uh,
So when you're having bad days, when you're stressed out, when you're anxious about COVID and all that's going on, it's like it's okay, you don't have
yeah.
to pretend that everything's good or everything you got everything figured out. And I've also learned that you just gotta do you, right? Don't try to compete with the images that others put out, right? And do what you're actually passionate about. Don't just I guess especially now as creators, I guess we could consider ourselves now content creators, right? Yeah, as pastors and going virtually and doing things online, it's so easy to want to compete, not compete, but just model or do what other people are doing, and I'm going to try the same thing, right? So it really just, rather than just trying to create content, like seeing what you're passionate about and really being genuine about it, and then going with that, right? And so I think there's a kind of, yeah, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be stressed, and and you're like, man, overwhelmed, and then you got to take time to make sure you're resting and get refueling, re-energizing. And at the same time, it's okay to not be doing everything under the earth right now, especially wherever you are located at. It's okay to, yeah. So just, it's okay. That's my main thing that I'm taking this, right. It's all right. And it's been a journey, man. Learning a lot, being kind of the leader at church in a sense, because I'm younger and more hip with technology, I guess, so a lot of questions come my way when internet goes off or equipment needs to be bought, which is fine. We do it and it's fun. So it's been a great time. It's been a great time, man.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's very good to hear.
Yeah.
I know that sometimes, even as some people think that pastors are perfect or
Mm-hmm.
they have all the
Mm-hmm.
answers, but at times it's just I tell myself it's okay.
It's fake. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know. Wait, what'd you say?
It's fake.
No. Sometimes I have to say it's okay in the midst of
Yeah.
the crazy like problems at church, outside
Right.
of church. I think that even during this time, I think our nation's really stressed right now.
Mm-hmm.
The political, elections coming up,
The climate. Yeah.
and people dying, and being, killed by the very people that are sworn to protect you. And then there's people trying to, um, take care of other people. Anyways,
There's a lot.
it's a lot going on, and sometimes you just gotta say I'm okay. And I think that goes connected with the idea that we've been really working with over the last year and a half that we've had this
Mm-hmm.
podcast,
That's
is
crazy,
that
man.
God is ultimately in control, and
Right.
may
Right.
we understand that. I disconnect myself sometimes from social media
That's
because
good.
I get so
That's good.
stressed. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Do you get stressed? You get
I think
stressed?
it's overload. Yeah, I get overwhelmed, right? There's just so much, and then I find, and it's addicting, right? It's just a stimulus, right? It just, especially now, with Lakers in the playoffs, Barcelona. What's gonna happen with Messi? Obviously now we know that he's staying for another year or at least another 6 months or whatever. But every time, like we were talking during free agency, a year ago already, right? When we didn't know if AD was coming, and just on Reddit and, all right, what's the rumor? What's the rumor? Who's coming? And so that can be overwhelming. And that's just without counting, COVID things, really things related to the, to local things happening. And, like you're saying, political issues, debates that are happening, things that are happening in the Black community, right? With the shootings and protests and people just misunderstanding the importance of caring and really being intentional and listening and empathetic and all that. So it can be a lot. So I think I admire that you're able to unplug and just say, hey, I'm just going to disconnect for a while. Yeah. I think that we need those type of like Sabbaths and breaks from the stress of all. But yeah, man. So that's kind of what's been going on, right, Edgar? Happy for you and the family. There's poor Michelle. There's 3 guys, and Shiloh's a boy too. So 4 Man, that's
Hey,
crazy.
Sebastian, I'm going to put you on blast in front of everybody. I heard that you said you told my wife that there's 3 babies in the house, including myself and the toddler and the newborn. So thank you
She said
for
that, or did
throwing me
you?
under the bus.
Yeah, man.
No, that's what she said. I'm just yeah,
You
I
gotta
got to keep you
check your sources,
accountable.
bro. Check your sources, man. That's some fake news right there,
Fake news.
man.
All right. So as we move
Oh
forward,
man.
Sebastian,
Yeah.
what's the vision for Trenders? We're this is our 51st episode, which is sort of an introduction to like
The
a second
51st
half.
or
51st, right? Didn't you say that
oh,
earlier?
51st. Yeah. You're right. 51st.
Excuse
I'm
me,
gonna double check.
51st.
You're right.
So
I understood 50th, but yeah, 51st.
no,
Yeah, 51st.
so what's the vision for Trenders going forward, or for
You,
trending up? I mean,
oh man. So I guess the vision is kind of from the beginning, right? As always, and it's kind of shifted as we've gone, right? Obviously, we're new to this and stuff.
yeah,
But we have we've always wanted from the beginning to make faith and religion and the principles the Bible presents very practical. So that's still what we're wanting to do. And so in the idea that as we're moving forward in these next, who knows how many episodes we'll do here, right? In this next, I guess, season, right? Because you can call this season 2. We want to just continue to go in that element, right? Of not just necessarily not preaching to you guys, because that's not, we get bored of that too. But I think of just having more conversations and stories with other people. And so what we've been doing, obviously, we had a couple of those before. If you've been following us from the beginning, those OG trenders, we've had some trenders, right? People that have been what we've labeled as trenders, that people that are practicing and living out what trending up looks like, right? Real life examples of people trending up. So we're going to continue to focus on that, really have people on the podcast that exemplify from all walks of life, right? All career choices, all life and areas and ages and stuff that will be exemplifying what trending up looks for them, right? And even bringing up topics that are dear to them, right? Whether that be politics or racial issues or immigration or church issues, right? Or church dialogue. So we're excited, we're going to be able to dialogue and communicate with others rather than, obviously we understand and we realize we don't have all the answers and we don't know all things. So that's kind of the vision moving forward in season 2, as has been from the beginning, right? Of making things practical. But yeah, Edgar, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I think I just wanted to remind everyone that the leaders of quote unquote a church is not the pastor, is everybody that makes up the church. Church is not a building; it's a gathering of people. And something that we realized at a very early stage in this podcast is we wanted to make sure everybody understands that you are trending up, you are trending with the Lord, you
Wherever
have
you
a
are,
personal
right.
experience wherever you're at, and you don't have to be in the church, in ministry, or dare I say in the church to be part of God's movement. You want to we want to understand, we want everybody to understand that that God is working in our lives. And we have artists, we're gonna have both book writers, people working in different types of industries, just share how the Lord is working in their lives. And this is to make it very clear that no matter where you're at, that God is working in your life, and may you be aware of that, and may the Lord guide and direct you. So I'm very excited, because that means it's less talking for me and more talking for someone else. And I hope that we can bring these stories to you and reflect on how we can, none of us are islands. We are all part of a community. And right now during COVID, it's not smart to be getting together in big groups due to this virus. So we'll be getting together online, and may this podcast be a way to have some kind of community. Yeah. And then we implement what they're going through, maybe in our own lives to a certain degree. So I'm excited, and I hope you join us in this endeavor.
In this season 2. Yeah. And so as we've been doing that, we'll continue to be raw and real. I mean, we've gone through a lot of different conversations, right? Started off and just breaking down things from the Bible, talked about the Enneagram, talked about, what was the other series? Relationship series and stuff. So we'll be doing different things like that along the way, but now focusing more on the stories of people. I think it's important, especially during, as Edgar, you bringing it up right in the beginning, the importance of hearing. And I mean, everything that's going on, the importance of being aware, right, of what's bringing pain to others, right? So there's just so much that gets lost, right? One thing that's going on right now that Edgar and I did briefly discuss too was what's happening with Muslims in China, right? With the was it Uyghur? I don't know how you pronounce it. Uighur. And so it's one thing that, obviously there's just so much going on, right? Especially where you live, right? Whether you're living in Venezuela or Mexico or the United States, even just living in Florida, New York, there's so much going on contextually where you are. So just bringing in people that can illuminate more into the realities of different things that are happening on around us that we may not be aware of, right? As we've had with great conversation with Garrison, right? Illuminating what it's like to be black in America, and then obviously talking to different people around the world too. So we're excited for season 2. We hope that you guys will continue to join with us, and we just invite you to share this podcast. You can go backwards. We've had some great conversations, going through different things, different topics, different themes, different conversations with different individuals. And so we invite you to go check it out. And so, yeah, share these episodes that we'll be having, comments on them, rate us on Spotify or on, I guess you can't do that on Spotify, but on Apple Podcast. That helps us to get exposed to more people. And we're just glad that you guys are choosing to be with us, yo. So, yeah. Edgar, any last words, man?
The last words is, in the midst of this trouble, give focus on the Lord, and
that's good. Yeah,
focus on Him, and may that guide you through whatever you're going through. That's my parting thought.
That's good. I like that. All right, y'all. We'll see you all next time in the next episode as we continue with our season. We're excited to be back, and we hope that you guys are blessed and are able to trend up as you continue to join us in this journey, y'all. We love y'all. We'll see you. Peace.